goodbye to all your pig friends, because next time you leave, might be the last.
Selina's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Gotham went to sleep after Joker died.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck. No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark.
Selina's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
see what you're trying to do. You're testing my patience, aren't you? Trying to drive me insane as I watch you struggle with that riddle. Well, ha, Batman, ha! I've made it easy. Now all you have to do is stand in the right place and scan. What mark could it be that I want you to create? My, that is the question.
The question.
Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading feng shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
I've got 5 switches in the world's most boring... Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all. You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view. You'll never get out of here if you don't learn to communicate. 2 questions and 2 answers, children. But which goes where? You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view. You'll never get out of here if you don't learn to communicate. Two questions and 2 answers, children. But which goes where? You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view. You'll never get out of here if you don't learn to communicate. Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. Batman, you're lagging behind. Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Ow! Try and keep up.
Every robot you defeat merely provides more data for... Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes, hmm? You gonna ask her out or what? Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul, are you? Come on, it's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now. You're really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out? Take a tip from your wingman, Brucey. The ladies hate it when you brood over the ex you failed to save.
Between Riddler and Scarecrow on those billboards, I'm kinda hoping for a power outage.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
On Halloween. Guess he's got a sense of humor after all. What's with all the rain? Suddenly Penguin don't look so stupid with that umbrella.
Detective, is there a reason why you have yet to arrive at Elliott Memorial? Fear of failure, perhaps? Desire to avoid that nasty, achy feeling in your brain when you actually have to use it?
I tell you, this is a sweeter gig than sweeping for IEDs in Kurok, that's for sure.
It's been a long rivalry, Bat. But this is the only way it could end.
Clean up, they said. Blow up the factory, lay low. Exfil by... Here!
Two checkpoints left. They don't stand a chance.
You're not as good as you think, Batman.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. Ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an unredeemable idiot? Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just in the right shade of black in order to scuff it. That's several tons of metal slamming down upon you, Dark Knight. You may wish to avoid it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. Where did you learn how to drive? That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be cracked, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Which cabinet, kitty cat?
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps could even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
I won't let the militia watchtowers keep control of the sky. I can't leave the militia checkpoints up. Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Run!
It's Batman!
Start talking. I'll tell you when to stop.
You want to know about Riddler? I know lots about Riddler.
Much obliged.
Sure beats working for the rebels in Santa Prisca.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber. Eject you from the chamber. Good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and oh yes, of course, me. It must feel wonderful, Detective, floating majestically over a city filled with your minute inferiors. Much like being me.
I can't leave until I've helped Selina choose her key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Oh, this is too tense to watch. Thank goodness I'm recording it for posterity. Thank goodness. I do want to assure you, Catwoman, that death will be near instantaneous. Instantaneous.
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die.
Oh, the collar performed above specifications. Wonderful. Good work, Detective.
Catwoman needs my help choosing the key.
Flapping mammal, you
More
pointlessly
cabinets.
pretend to be.
Great. I love this part.
He awaits you.
He awaits you.
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Catwoman, this evening is not about you. Wait for Batman. Wait for Batman. Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selena's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Jeez, he's coming after us! For it! Come on, get us out of here! Oh man, look at this place. It's gonna take more than Wayne's millions to clean up this mess.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room is
To
waiting.
its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Hey, don't shove. Move over, would you?
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
Well, meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line.
Watch yourself!
The danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bats. I was just hanging out in hell. You know, 'cause you killed me and sent me there, and you'll never guess who I saw. That's right! Your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Don't worry. I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She also says, "Ow, ow! Is this a bullet in my sternum or a broken heart?"
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
I envied you, Batman, when you emerged. It was as if a gargoyle had stirred from its perch to exact judgment upon the sinners below. Now, you're familiar. A ghost story turned tourist attraction. The street thugs fear broken bones more than the man who breaks them, while the rest of Gotham clings to that cape like a child to a mother's skirt.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective. Ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective. A dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water, like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. That's one Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. Look at you, Detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. Detective. The answer is right above your nose. You know, Detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, you could be dead in a moment. But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, Detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there. Struggling, Detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. Ah! This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, Detective. I will recalculate post-haste. You are barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out. You know, the line between perfectly designed riddle and unfair death trap really comes down to user error.
Hey, Eddie. Getting old.
Riddle me this. What has a cape, a cowl, and can't be...
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key. Well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selina's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
It's him! Us!
Freaking panic attacks, freaking tear gas.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
Can you get up there?
The ceiling? Easy.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? Don't be afraid, Dark Knight. Just step into the light. Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? Don't be afraid, Dark Knight. Just step into the light.
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist.
Twist.
Oh, what a shock. For you, I mean, Detective. I was expecting it.
Nearly there, Selena.
Done on this side.
Okay, done over here.
Congratulations! And now your reward. Robot!
My apologies, Catwoman, but you see, I had a point to prove.
Congratulations! And now your reward. Robot!
About time.
Just about earned it.
when I get out of here, I'm sticking this collar around Eddie's neck.
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ranelagh Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
This is your chance with Catwoman, Batsy. She's vulnerable, trapped in an abandoned orphanage. That sure spells romance to me. Speaking of which, I went back to the afterlife to check on Talia. And, well, we got to talking about how you basically murdered us both. She started crying, so I went to comfort her, and, well, before I knew it, one thing led to another, and, you know. Thing is, Talia and I just want you to be happy. I tell the little pussycat how you feel while you still can, Patsy. 'Cause when I take over your body and lock you away in a tiny little corner of your mind, I'll kill her first.
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. Okay, Riddler. This game ends now.
So it's true. You abandoned us. The Arkham Knight's gone. Wow. So what, we answer to Scarecrow now? Until the money runs out, I guess so. Think the new commander will try and take over? The assassin? No way. He works alone. Doubt he'd have taken this job if he didn't have such a grudge against the Bat. What did Batman do to him anyway? It was years ago. The night some Gotham crime lord called Black Mask tried to have Batman assassinated. Black Mask? You sure it wasn't that Joker guy? That's what I've read. Does it matter? Anyway, our assassin friend came to collect what he thought would be an easy $50 million. Got his ass well and truly kicked. Remember, Scarecrow wants him alive. Nothing else matters.
I need to get closer. I need to get closer. I need to get closer.
So I tried one of those question mark games they have around here. Pretty fun.
I need to get closer.
Target lost. Spread out. I'm gonna check for casualties.
One militia watchtower left, Alfred. Time to finish this.
And finish it you shall, Master Bruce. Please send them my regards.
Not bad, Batman. But don't forget, I do this for a living.
Well, it's been a hell of a Halloween. Can't wait till next year.
Look, the Arkham Knight's just some tough guy with a bunch of soldiers for hire at his back. Hell, even Penguin. Now they own this town. They own it.
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph. So I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, Detective. My masterpiece, my enigma resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-sized children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tudoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, Detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat. Careful, Detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Behold your doom. Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here. I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. You've been waltzing with Lady Luck your whole life, Detective. But now the music stops. Farewell, Dark Knight. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. Too slow. What was that, a practice run? Try it again at some semblance of speed.
Speed.
Feel that, Detective? It's called humiliation. Come back to the start of the course and I'll serve up some more. Don't be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. And to think, I was actually concerned you may succeed. I forgot who I was dealing with for a minute there. Wrong way, Dark Knight. Don't tell me I need to hover in front of you waving a flag to get you to turn around.
Turn around.
No! No, 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 no! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me! Hurry up, Detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding in... Don't worry, Detective. You have until dawn. Not that it'll make any difference. No, Batman, you can't ride through solid objects. It's really basic physics.
Physics.
Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules.
Okay, almost there.
I set them after all. Oh, this is too tense to watch. Thank goodness I'm recording it for posterity. Thank goodness.
And here we go. Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam.
To take my
final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room. Do you have a photographic memory, Detective? Because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage. This sick game has gone on long enough.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck.
This must be the entrance. But I need to secure the area first.
Back up! It's the bat! Drive! Drive! That's one.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat.
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
Perhaps you're looking at this conundrum the wrong way.
Still not a riddle, Eddie.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
It's done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
You smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself.
We need the key first.
You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
And it's such a tragedy. You go save the day, and I'll make sure Bruce Wayne locked his doors.
Good luck with that.
Cheater! You fraud! You chancing, bumbling amateur! Look what you have reduced me to, Batman! If you cannot simply bow down when confronted with your obvious superior, then I will stoop to your pathetic pugilistic level and make you! I designed this suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses, so please understand, Dark Knight. This is an intellectual victory above all.
Bring it down!
From this equation. This is embarrassing, you two, really. Which color do you prefer? Die!
All yours!
I mean, Batman! Decipher this! Enough! This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege. Solve every last riddle in this city and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
Or we could just leave you down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl. Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect. How shall we celebrate? I know a couple of poor, defenseless museums. But then again, I also know a couple of hotels.
Tonight's not over yet. There's more work to be done.
Of course there is. You do know how to kill the mood. Do you ever take the night off? Do you ever take the suit off?
Not on nights like this, Selina. It's what I do.
Fine. I guess I'll hit an art gallery or two, while the big bad bat's distracted.
You're not going to thank me?
Why? It's what you do.